desert route used up. And I think we have a Dodge truck coming on behind with a US flag on it. And then a post-war American six-wheel truck, White Thunder. And then we're back to World War II with this Canadian military patrol instructor here. Good. Keep the front line supplied. We're having a German motorbike and sidecar there with a heavy machine gun mounted on the sidecar. So we've got some of the access sources here. The military guy said to go to the draft paintwork, the last paintwork here, so it didn't sparkle and turn like that. Much easier to camouflage it. That has all been painted with gloss paint to be far too bright and be visible. So we're going to get them all lined up. Really nice to see such a big selection again. German motorcycle coming round there. You can see a lot of the vehicles are all kind of new. Registration, that's a 50 registration, I think. So there we go, the compound. The next item in the ring will be the heavy commercials and steamers. As the last of the veteran vintage cars leave the ring, please put your hands together and give them a very well deserved round of applause. Thank you. Space needed for them to come out. So we're back to another Albion, a flat-nosed Albion. I am an Albion Claymore in the Petillo and Bar Company of Dundee Potato Merchants. And this is another one of the vehicles that's commemorating Jimmy Wood. And it's lovely there, it's got the potato merchant, it's got all these potato dressing equipment on the top, and potato bags, is all the sacks. The potato merchants, big part of the farming industry in this area, a lot of potatoes grown in this area, and the potato merchants would go around and dress the potatoes out of the pits. Now we're on to the first of our buses here today. It's famous for their big heavy trucks. The Gardner engines, of course, famous for powering so many commercial vehicles. There's Gardner engines and a great many of them. Atkinson and Foden. And there's a car not parked particularly well there that's causing issues for the drivers to have to take cuts well. And then the Foden coming round the tractor unit. You see the fifth wheel coupling there above the back axle, where the plate on the underside of the trailer would slide on, and then there's a big central pin that would click in and hitch up, and the jacks on the trailer would be screwed up, all the brake couplers. And on the back, on his aluminium flatbed, he's got a nice little Ferguson TEF diesel tractor on, sort of thing that the flatbed lorries would do, would go out and deliver new farm machinery round about the farms. See a lot of farm yards today still with their loading banks in it, where a flatbed lorry would have to reverse up the loading bank. Then something a bit newer, Dodge from Watson Brothers, brought to Ferry. One of the smaller bulk lorries, could be used for shifting grain at harvest time, or bulk coal or whatever like that. Then we have another of the tractor units, another ERF tractor unit from Satin Batch. ERF stood for Ernest Reginald Foden, I think it was Reginald anyway, and he was the brother of, or a member of the Foden. They were persevering with their steam wagons, and Ernest decided that he would break away on his own and build diesel engine trucks. And then of course eventually the rest of the Foden family realised that diesel was the way forward, and they started bringing out their own diesel engine Fodens. But they were both based at Sandbach in Cheshire, and still they come. It's great when the weather's as dry as this and the ring as dry as this, we get a really good lineup of commercials. Here's another one coming in, another ERF coming in, this time an articulated low loader. One of the early low loader types, a kick out back axle, I think this one. And it's not like the beaver tail low loaders we get today when you can fold the ramps down. Some of these early low loaders, you had to kick out the back axle. Bus moving out. By the Bedford Green Goddess Auxiliary Fire Service. I don't know how many of these are in storage now, but at one time there was a lot of these fire trucks in storage to come out in national emergencies. Big fireman strike in the 70s. The water level topped up. Now here comes the showman, lovely showman's engine. The cooks that leave in. The generator to turn that, to provide the power for the fairground rides. That's why it's all so beautifully turned out, and pinstriped on the wheels, and all the rivets are all painted in different colours. It has the twisted brass to support the canopy around the countryside every year to all the different sites. In some cases they would have a crane or a winch on it to build the rides, and then they would sit and drive the rides as well. And to see these engines at night all lit up, powering the rides, is quite a sight. To keep the temperature right, to boil the water and to create the steam pressure. And it's actually the steam that provides the propulsion. You'll see the motion gear on some of these engines, and the cylinders are just behind the chimney. You see the circular stainless steel caps there, that's the cylinders in there, and these cylinders are you drive all the gear that drives the flywheel connects up to the drive wheel, right? And then of course a little Hillman, the commercial version of the Hillman, the little Hillman Husky I think they were called, Connex caramel wafers, and obviously Phoenix was a Scottish company, obviously based not too far away from the helmet factory at Linwood. And then another one that's a commercial version is the Morris 1000 van, based on the Morris 1000 car. Angus Chain saw service, I think we have there then after all.